Well, welcome back. Today is the 23rd of November, the day before Thanksgiving, and I thought I'd do a video on the next configuration of the Wiggys bag that I'll be using in my 152 night outside experiment. What I've got here is, this is basically two separate bags. Wiggys makes what's called an over bag for, I believe, pretty much all of the sleeping bags that they sell and produce. What it does is it extends the temperature range going down, so that obviously you're warmer in the colder weather. This bag inside right here, this is the bag that I've been using for the last almost 2 months in the process of spending my nights outside. This bag failed me in my small clothes at between 25 and 27 degrees Fahrenheit. After that, I had to put on my sweats and then go in order to be warm inside this bag. It's the super light. It's supposed to be, well, it's rated for 0 degrees, and if you've read my blog, you know what I think and how I feel about sleeping bag ratings. So I'm not going to go into that today. But let me tell you about the features of this bag. I know I've done a video on this already, some of the features anyway. But let's go over it again just in case you missed it. What's nice about this bag is it's very durable. The fabric is tough. The insulation, it stays put. It's what's called a lamellite insulation. It's a continuous fiber or polyester fiber that's been impregnated with silicone in order to resist the water buildup, the moisture building up inside the bag. It repels it through that silicone coating. But because of that, that continuous fiber and the way it's put together, the bag doesn't need to be quilted, which is really nice because then you don't have cold spots or thin spots where those quilting threads run, those quilting paths run. And so you've got a continuous insulation all around you. So another nice feature, it's got the hood up here, the drawstring to pull it closed. It's got a really nice zipper baffle, which helps prevent that air from coming in through the zipper. It's got a heavy-duty number 10 molded plastic zipper, which I have found to be very reliable. I don't like the what are they called? The little thin, continuous looped ones that tie together. They have a tendency to break on me. I guess maybe I'm just rough on zippers, but they're not nearly as strong as these zippers. Now this bag is old enough that it doesn't have the new breakaway zipper that Wiggys offers on their bags, which is a really nice feature actually, because if you're inside your bag and you need to get out quickly, what you can do, this zipper is all the way up, you're all closed up, there's actually a slight stop right up here, and but the zipper continues a little bit, probably about an inch or so. What you do is you pull on that, it disengages the head from the zipper itself, and you can just rip it right open without hurting the zipper. And then in order to put it back together, you have to take the head of the zipper all the way down to the bottom of the bag and basically restart your zipper. But for those emergency situations, it's a very nice feature to have, and it's something that I've been looking for, and I'm hoping to offer in my bags as well, because I think it's a wonderful feature. But you've got, okay, here's the inner bag that I said I've been using, the outer bag. Now these two zip together. They zip together right here. You can see you've got a double zipper baffle. So here you've got your bag here. Now I haven't unzipped it all the way because it goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag. But you've got a lighter bag on the outside, which then offers additional insulation. So this is what I'll be using on the Wiggys nights. We'll see how cold it goes down. Hopefully the weather will actually get cold enough to the point where it fails on me until I put more clothing on. That's my goal, is to find the failure points of both this bag and others. People have offered me other bags to test as well, and I'm hoping I have enough time to actually go through all of that. So this all zips together. There's that inside zipper right there. And then you get inside your bag, zip it up, and you've got your two hoods. I suppose if you wanted to, you could pull both of those closed. But as I said in my blog, I cannot breathe very well when I do that, and yet at the same time, I suffer from a cold face when I don't. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation for me with this bag. And I know other people who have experienced that inability to breathe easily when they close themselves up entirely in these bags. But you know, for a weekend camp out, I really like these bags. They work well. I've talked to you about the pad already. I'm just going to rotate that around. Take a look at the bottom. As you can see, there's no quilting. That polyester batting really stays in place. They've done a very nice job of it, even through multiple washings. Oh, speaking of washings, what I did with this bag is when I finally found my liner, because I haven't used it. Actually, I haven't ever used it, period. I bought it with the intent of using it a couple of years ago and just hadn't gotten around to it until I created this excuse through this 152 night experiment. I pulled it out, and you know, because it's been stored for a couple of years in that stuff sack, I washed it, threw it in the washing machine, dryer. Actually, and I washed the inner bag as well, just to make sure we've got all the fluff and loft in this bag up to where it needs to be, as it was designed, so that it's fully prepared, ready to go, and there's nothing inhibiting it besides maybe, you know, any limitations through the design that we may encounter. So this is the baby. I will do another video on the foam bag. I have yet to encounter the point of failure on the foam bag where I need to start putting on additional clothing. And as the experiments go on, I will be using these bags weeks at a time to see if I can get them to fail through the moisture. Hopefully it'll get cold enough for that. If not, I'm going to have to find a walk-in freezer and spend some nights in there. If the owner of the freezer will let me. Maybe a bunch of sides of beef or something like that accompanying me on my night stay. Have a great Thanksgiving, and I will see you on the blog next week.